some of those contouring and highlighting methods just don't work for me. I'm GloryB and this is GloryB-TV. If you've watched some videos on how to contour and highlight, they might not work for you either, especially if they're on younger women, but even some of the methods for older women don't work for me either. Some of them just take too long, or the blending is just not working for me, or it's just too much product. And from a distance, I might look really good, but close up, you just see all this product caked on. So I'm going to show you today how I contour and highlight, what products I use, what brushes I use, and a couple other tricks for camouflaging some things or changing the lighting on your face so that when you use the darker color, you want people to not see that. You want to minimize what people see. But then with the highlighting, you want a brightener, you want it to look good and fresh and young. Let's get right to the tutorial. We are ready to start. So I'm going to start by clipping my hair out of the way and showing you the products that I'm going to use for contouring. So the contouring I'm going to use is a stick. I really like the creams for contouring. This one is by Anastasia and it's in the color called Mink. Now I will tell you that I learned about this color, I like the taupe color, from Natalie the Beauty Diva. And the reason I like it is because it doesn't pull orangey brown. So if you can find another one that's more of a taupey color, that will work for you. Otherwise, I'll have this one linked in the description box below. And for the highlighter, I'm going to use something I talk about all the time, and it's linked in almost every video of mine in the description box. It is the Emlin Under Eye Cover Cream. I use this now as a highlighter. It stays all day. It lasts for years. Now this is a travel one that they sent me as a promo years ago, but it comes in a slightly bigger compact, and a thing like this will last you 3 or 4 years. It's a little pricey, but not pricey compared to other high end. And I'll have that link below as well. Now for first time buyers from Emlin, I also have a discount code for you to use. Absolutely love this. Now the next question is, where do we need to put it? Now normally I'm going to put it on my cheeks because I'm older. I'm going to put it in the jowl area. We can also do the nose, kind of depends on whether you need some on your nose. And also some people will put it on their forehead, and that kind of depends as well. So let's look at the forehead first. And the only reason you would need some on your forehead, and if you have bangs, you don't because your bangs are covering, but if you do, it would be because your forehead is bigger than this space. So it would be like a disproportionately large forehead. From your hairline to where your eyebrows come needs to be, if your face is proportioned, it'd be the same as the measurement between right below your nose to your chin. So let's measure my face and let's see with the tape measure how big my face is. So my forehead is 2.5 inches. I think you can see that. And then when I put this one here below my nose to my chin, that's also 2.5 inches. So I have more of a balanced face, but I'll put some on there anyway so you can see how it goes. And then contouring is great if your nose is wider than you like. Now my nose is fairly slender. It's a little more bumpy on the side. I blame my mother's side for that because my dad's side is Scandinavian, but my mom's side is half Greek, and you know, that Grecian kind of look is what I have going for me when I have brown hair. But the other thing I want to talk to you about is the tools. So besides these products, I love a really flat buffing brush that's very dense. I have two from Ecotools. This is the old one that they They don't make it anymore. I like that they make it in the slender version now, so it fits in my place where I keep my brushes a little better. But they're very dense. I use one for highlighter and one for contour. So easy and fast. I don't use a beauty blender for this. I don't want wetness on my face for this. Now, what have I already done? I've already put on my Pixie under eye, the correction cream under my eyes. I've already done foundation, and I used a Clinique foundation today for this, and I blended that all out. So now I'm ready for my contour. Now, normally I would do my contour first and blend that out, see how that looks, and then I do my highlighting and blend that out. But I'm going to do both because I want you to see both of them on my face at the same time. Kind of can look like, if it's overdone, it can look like you're about ready to go to a costume party. So I'm going to do a little bit on my forehead here. And if your forehead is extra wide, if you have a V-shaped face and you want to bring in your forehead a little bit, you can put some on the side, just anything that you want to detract from and take. As people look at you, you want that to recede. Now, to do the nose, if your nose is wider, you'll probably want to start on the side, like right below your brow, and bring it down. So I'm going to use the edge of this, and I'm just going to bring it down my nose so you can see where that would go, and do the other side as well. Now, if your nose is really wide on the sides, you could put a little bit on the sides. To do my cheeks, I'm going to look at my cheekbone and go under it because I want to create more of a sculpted look. And this is where you can get your hair out of the way, but I'm going to be using that blending brush, and you're going to see that it's going to come really nicely. Now, some people will go under and make a cheeky thing. I'm not going to do that because I want you to see subtly with just a bit of product how good this can look later. Now, at my age, it's the jowls. It's just, they're killing me. And some of this stuff under here, oh gosh, it's just really something. I haven't done any kind of filler. I haven't done anything to that area. So I am wearing earrings. Yes, I am. So I'm going to start back here by my ear, and you'll see on me, this is the goofy old lady looking part of my jowl area. So depending on where the camera is and how a person is looking at me, that can look like something. And then under here can be a problem. So I'm just going to take that. I want that whole jolly thing to recede. Then I'm going to come under my chin, and then I'll start back here, but I have to move my mirror. Okay, so you can see I'm going down here, doing that jowl area, and then I'm matching. And then you can see underneath what that looks like. Oh, yay. That's all I'm going to do with the contour stick. Now I'm going to do the highlighter. This one, I could apply it with my concealer brush. If I hadn't done my eyes already, I'd put a little bit of this highlighter in here. I'm really liking, I've seen some younger women on TV, and they're putting some highlighter that's not eyeshadow in this area, and it looks really great. But I'm just going to use my finger, and I've tried the V-shaped highlighter. I don't like how that looks on me, and it's way too much product. I've also, in the past, Emlin had taught people, if you have these lines that go from your nose down here, to put them in there. Now, I don't have those lines, but you could put them in here, and you would think, well, I don't want to bring attention to that. Well, when you put highlighter on that and you blend it out, it actually makes your face look brighter. But the place that I like to put it is right here on the side of my nose, and just bring it out a little bit. And all day, as I see myself in a mirror or whatnot, I see this really nice glow on my face. So yeah, I'll go ahead and put a little bit here, because this is where, I mean, if you have that line going from the nose, I forget what it's called, it starts with an L, I think, then bring that down. Now, if you want, you can put a little bit more on at the top of your cheek. And I showed how to do this in my tear trough videos. And you make sure that you don't go on the tear trough. So it's right below the tear trough at that bone. Now, some people will put a little bit of highlighter here, they'll put a little bit of highlighter here, they'll put a little... If I put it on my chin, I can look like I dribbled milk there. Now, I could put a little bit here, but I have the lip line, so I tend to avoid that. And then the other place you can put the highlighter is here. You don't want a highlighter that's shiny or glittery or has any kind of real sheen to it. All right, now I'm ready to blend, and I'm starting with the brush that I use for the contour. And I'm starting with the forehead, and I want to blend that really well into the hairline. And then if you have any on the sides, again, blend it and blend it into the hairline. Now I'll blend the nose. And I just blend along the line that I put on my nose, up and down. You can use the side of the brush too if you want. Next, I'll do the cheek. And I'm blending up and into the hairline. And then this side. Now I'm ready for this jawline. For the video purposes, I made a thicker line than I normally do. I usually don't do it this thick. But that's good, because then I can show you what I do to get the extra off if I put too much on. Okay, so I think I put too much on. I usually do a thinner line. But then if you make a mistake, again, you're in a hurry, you're getting ready for work or whatever your day entails, and you can take a tissue and just take some off and then blend again. And you can see it creates a shadow so that you can't see, you looking at me, can't see the jowls as much, which is what I want. All right, now I'm ready to blend the highlighter, and I've got this other blending brush from Ecotools. I'm going to start with the ones at the top of my cheekbone, below the tear trough, the one right between my eyes, forehead. I'm just blending that up and out. And then my favorite, these on the side of my nose. I'm blending it so it can still be seen, but so that there aren't any hard lines. And I can always add a little more. Look in your makeup mirror and look at the brightness, and are you glowing? Does it look really pretty? You can always add more. If you put too much on, you can blend it out with a brush or use your trusty tissue to get more off. At this point in my makeup, I'm ready for a tiny bit of powder. I'm not going to use much. I'm just using my Rimmel Stay Matte with a big fluffy brush. I'm going to be putting on powder blush, not much. And I don't like to put powder over my highlight. although I just did that because I did it here. And usually I'm doing this before I do my eye makeup, but for the video, I decided to do my eye makeup beforehand so that I didn't look so scary. And now I'm ready with a blush. I'm using a Studio Gear in the color called Crush. I love Crush. I'm almost out. I have another one ready to go. This color is between peach and pink. And I'm going just above where I had put that contour. And I'm looking in the monitor because a lot of times it looks great in person, but when I watch the playback, it looks like way too much blush. And I can soften the blush lines with that powder brush. And now I'm going to fix my hair. That's the finished look, and that's how this over 50 woman does her makeup to camouflage some areas that I don't want you to see, or to have a more defined cheekbone, and to highlight my face in ways that I want other people to see, to look at my face and think, that is a nice looking face for that age. She looks fresh, she looks younger, and that is really what I'm going for. If you want to check out my tear trough video, click its link on the right side of your screen, and I'll see you in the next video.